Here's a hot take for you. Movies are good. In fact, I think there might be more creativity in movies than ever before. You just have to know where to look for them. Hopefully this will help you find some movies you maybe didn't know about, not because I'm some kind of tastemaker, but just because I'm a nerd and I do this shit all the time. Nomadland is simply one of the best films of the year. Just like Chloe Zhao's previous film, The Rider, this will end up as one of my favorite films of the decade. Frances McDormand is all time. The cast of mostly unknowns are also fucking incredible. It is an absolute gut punch of empathy that you very badly need right now. Please don't miss this film. It will be streaming for everyone on Hulu on February 19th. Sound of Metal will absolutely break your heart. The sound design and direction should be up for Academy Awards. Riz Ahmed and Paula Raci should be up for Academy Awards. It sets up the kind of indie film you think it's gonna be, but it ends up deftly avoiding those tropes and breaking your heart in so many different ways. It is heartbreaking, it is heart-fulfilling, and it is absolutely unmissable.
Ready for tonight? I'm as ready as a person can be.
Hollywood loves to celebrate when a beloved actor finally turns toward directing, and I thought the hype couldn't possibly be real for this one, but it absolutely is. Regina King knocks it out of the park, the cast knocks it out of the park, and the last two shots in the film will knock your fucking heart out of your chest. This is the movie I'm going to shout about for years that nobody saw because IFC had a shitty distribution plan. It essentially contains all the ingredients of what makes Guy Ritchie's films good, but it turns the tropes of toxic masculinity on their head. George McKay is better here than he was in 1917. It is a powerhouse.
Well, the doctor's here.
Say what you will about Tarantino as a filmmaker, but Promising Young Woman is the first film I've seen that really comes at his throne. Emerald Fennell made one of the most impressive feature debuts I've ever seen. This film will get lots and lots of rotation in my collection, and Carey Mulligan is all-time great here. I can imagine this film would also be triggering to survivors of sexual assault, so keep that in mind. This is my favorite genre film of the year. It's a total mindfuck. It's directed by Brandon Cronenberg, David Cronenberg's son, and it's like David Cronenberg and Christopher Nolan had a weird baby that burrowed into your brain and exploded your skull. It's fucking insane in the best way possible. Spike Lee's film is overstuffed, overlong, gives you total tonal whiplash, and all of that serves, in my opinion, to put you into the point of view of these characters who have been crushed by endless wars, both spiritual and actual, and it is actually a perfect time capsule of where America's fractured brain is at right now. I fucking loved it.
You're the craziest person I've ever met.
I don't want to tell you too much about this movie except that I think you need to see it. I didn't realize how badly I needed a film that showed me that humans were worth redeeming and could change. The way that the narrative is crafted is unbelievable. This film right now at this time is unmissable. There's a lot to say about this movie. It's an adaptation of an August Wilson play, and it feels very much like a play. Viola Davis's performance is great. All of the performances are great, but come for Chadwick Boseman's towering performance here. As one of my Twitter friends said, it's like watching him have an argument with God.
You don't know nothing about what kind of blood I got, what kind of heart I got beat here.
Baby Teeth is a teen dying with cancer movie that avoids all of the genre conventions. It is funny, it is sad, it is weird, it is heartfelt, and it is one of the best films that you're not going to hear a lot about this year. Corpus Christi was a 2019 movie technically, but I wasn't able to see it until 2020, so I'm putting it here because I really think you should see it. It's about a criminal who poses as a priest in a small town, and it follows the classic Flannery O'Connor idea of the action of grace in territory largely held by the devil. The filmmaking is incredible. It's a gut punch. I loved this movie. I love that Palm Springs takes the Groundhog Day movie idea and puts us right in the middle of it, having gone on forever, and shakes it up by bringing in a new character with Christina Milioti, who's awesome in it. It is so enjoyable, smart, and well made.
Action.
Lovers Rock is so enjoyable, and it is so rare to just live in this slice of life of Black people existing on screen in their own world. Steve McQueen is amazing, and regardless of what you think of Small Axe as a film or a TV or whatever the fuck you want to think, this one is essential.
Holy shit, you all right?
I was until I saw that.
The Trial of Chicago 7 is a very old-fashioned movie, feels like a studio movie. It's very Sorkin-y, which is good and bad. It's grounded by some really great performances, including Sacha Baron Cohen, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen steals the entire fucking movie in one 5-minute scene. A really, really great gaslighting horror film. Leigh Whannell is really good at visual direction, and he shows that off here incredibly well. Elizabeth Moss's performance is award-worthy.
There you are.
Bad Education is quite simply the best Hugh Jackman's ever been. Allison Janney is also great, as well as the whole supporting cast. If this movie hadn't been on HBO but had been released theatrically, we'd be hearing a lot of Oscar buzz about it. I really loved it. I'm thinking of ending things I can recommend to almost nobody unless you're a huge Charlie Kaufman fan. It is totally fucking weird, unexplainable, absurdist, and I loved every second of it.
Hey, dude.
Unpregnant is a delight. It's one of the best coming-of-age movies I've seen in a long time. I think if A24 released it, we'd be talking about it with Lady Bird in 8th grade. I genuinely had a great time watching this movie.
What do you prefer? You fist me or I fist you?
Same time.
Borat 2, what else can I say? The balls that it took to make this movie, not just from Sacha Baron Cohen, but from his co-star Maria Bakalova, is massive. It's a movie that's worth it just for meeting this fucking insane moment that we're at with laughter, which is so needed, and it's a comedy sequel that works, which is so rare. Blow the Man Down is like if the Coen brothers directed a sea shanty murder mystery in a small New England town. It's quirky and weird, and I loved every second of it. She Dies Tomorrow is another one of those that I can't really recommend to anyone but fucking weirdos. It is an existential horror film about anxiety, and it is directed with flair and verve, and it is totally fucking bizarre. The Assistant is some really great filmmaking about a slice of life about an assistant in a Hollywood company with a sexual abuser a la Harvey Weinstein as the boss. It is really acute filmmaking anchored by an incredible performance by Julia Garner, who's one of my favorite actors working right now.
If you're lucky, you'll get crushed, and then you just die right then and there.
Gajillionaire is another one that is so fucking weird, but Miranda July is a very particular taste, and if you like the taste of Miranda July movies, you will absolutely love this. Evan Rachel Wood is phenomenal. What's incredible about Beyonce is she's not only one of the most amazing singers, dancers, entertainers, businesswomen, she is also a cinephile, and she wears her influences on her sleeve in this incredible visual film. I thought the last thing in the world I wanted to see was a movie about the crisis of a bunch of middle-aged white women, but I was totally wrong. Steven Soderbergh pulls out all his Ocean's bag of tricks to make this film really enjoyable. He ended up making this really touching story about this group of women that was shot in real time during a cruise from the US to the UK.
There's something in the sky.
This film feels to me similar to Rian Johnson's debut, Brick. The filmmaking on display, including a one tracking shot that goes through the town and through a gymnasium during a basketball game, is worth the price of admission. I love this movie, and I can't wait to see what else the director does. Okay, that's it. Go out there, find some movies, yell about them. It's a great time to be an artist, and I think as filmmakers and film enjoyers, we should be signal boosting these movies and getting the word out so that we can keep making more of them.